were saying upset me because you were asking him for permission. And I'm like, yeah, but why are you asking him for permission? Let's get comfortable. Hi.
Hi, on our staple sofa.
Yes.
We've got a story about that, actually.
Which we'll share later.
We'll share later, yes. So I've shared a little bit of my story, and I think that by doing these videos, we'll naturally share more when we're just chatting and when I do more on my own as well. But I did want to formally introduce you because I know you was on my last video, but it was all questions directed towards what?
Yes.
This time I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
And I want people to just get to know you a bit more
Sure.
because it's been a hard and fast blast of Alexandro onto the page.
Yes, but I have been in the background for quite a minute.
It's been lecturing. So, Alex.
Yes. You seem very nervous before we start.
Don't say that.
You do.
I am nervous.
Why?
Because I know the questions that I want to ask you.
Okay.
And I think that some of the answers we talk a lot. Let's just revert. We communicate very openly. We communicate very honestly and transparently.
Mm-hmm.
But I think directly asking you questions rather than just having a chin wag.
Mm-hmm. You think it's going to be
might give... Yeah, I'm nervous. My voice is even nervous.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I am nervous because I think, I don't think I'm going to be surprised, actually. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be surprised by your answers. But to hear it, maybe I might.
I'm ready. I'm not nervous. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got spot on again. Yes.
Ready. Okay.
Okay, so just introduction. But yeah, your background, like, not necessarily how we met. We don't have to go deep diving into the relationship just yet. That's a whole film on its own.
Okay. I'll give the introduction that I give like when I run a retreat to people. It's like a...
Oh, no, not the corporate spiel.
No, it's like a 60-second, 90... Let's time it. I think it's 60 to between 90 seconds.
Okay.
And I talk about my life. Let's see how I go.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm the eldest of three. I have a sister and a little brother. My sister grew up with some learning difficulties. And during that part of my life, my childhood, I got to help her with my mum, and it really formed who I am as a person. Mm-hmm. At the age of 10, we did a lot of dancing, a lot of Spanish dancing with my brother and my sister, which made me into a performer and gave me a bunch of confidence. Yeah. I was a troublemaker all throughout school, constantly calling up to the principal's office. My mother was constantly called to schools, primary and high school. I didn't finish high school. I left high school at year 11 and started working straight away, knocking on doors, selling mobile phones. And then I worked in menswear and I worked at McDonald's. I represented my country in athletics. I represented my state in sport, in soccer and basketball. Then I thought I was a bit of a dancer. Then I thought I could sing. Then I moved to London because I was in a boy band and we tried to get a record deal. That didn't work. And then I came back to Sydney. I have been in love twice. I was in love previously twice. I have been married and divorced. And
you don't have to say all. You don't
you
have
want
to
a full introduction.
But don't feel like I'm not pressing you.
But this is it. This is me, right? This is all the little things that make up.
Wow.
And I have lived in 8 countries, traveled to 52, I think, at the moment. And then all those and some other big events. I've been pretty successful and wildly unsuccessful in some huge failures. But all that stuff has led me here.
Yeah.
So that's where I am. See how that's like 90 seconds, right? I think.
No, that was a lot longer, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was great. That was your life story. What about anything with the retreat? Helping people?
Yes.
Leadership? What you're up to now?
Okay. So I have always been the type of person to help people. So even in my first job at McDonald's, I was a crew chief and trained staff. And then I worked for a retail clothing company, and I was in charge of their sales. And so we went around from shopping center to shopping center, and I was the guy with the microphone. Hey, everyone, welcome to the... And I try to convince people to come and buy jeans, which were $200 for $60. And so I ran that for a while. But I've always trained salespeople and managers in most of the companies that I've worked for, brands that I've represented. And then something pretty big happened in my life that I paid for and learnt a lot within. Do I cover that now or later?
No.
Later. And it gave me the opportunity to give back in a manner that wasn't based with work.
Yeah.
And so that's what led to the retreats and helping people.
Mm-hmm.
But I had done a lot of work and a lot of courses and a lot of certifications to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
But that part of my life, the retreat part, which we did for nearly 3 years, was a business that we started to help people.
Yeah.
Never made a dollar from it. It wasn't financially viable, but it filled my cup 4 times a year to have people in a safe space, obviously, open up to me and effectively tell me everything that's going on in their life. And then I had that opportunity for 5 days to break them down, make them cry, hug them, reframe, and send them laughing on their way.
So with that then, with the retreats, obviously you're taking a lot of their personal life, basically, and you're probably onboarding that to yourself. Like, how do you disengage from that? Like, I can imagine it's exhausting after you do a retreat because you're living it through them sometimes. You're that invested. Like, so for instance, obviously I went on the retreat.
Yeah.
You and the other facilitators had that in. No, I'm not gonna. You're fine. You're all right. We're very early. I lost my train of thought. Shh. Like, how do you? I don't know. How do you
not take it home with you?
Not take it home, but yeah, I guess not take it home. Yeah.
So there's an element that you do take some home. You did core values, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So through that exercise, I know that contribution is one of my top core values, right? So health, success, and then contribution are sort of like the top 3.
Yeah.
And so I've always told people that empathy is my superpower. So even if it hurts me directly, I can take myself out of the situation into another pair of shoes and look at it from a third set of eyes and see someone's point of view, even if it hurts me. So having that skill, I thought to myself, it's not going to impact me. Complete opposite.
Yeah.
So after the first 2 retreats, I had to go on a retreat for myself to learn and to watch other people, how they did it, and then to learn how to not, you end up caring too much. Like some of the things that people go through or that have some experiences that they've had, I'm a protector at heart, right? So I'm Papa Bear, I'm that guy, I bring everyone in my circle. And so even strangers, when I don't know them, I'm like, that's okay, I got you. But you can't do that with everyone, right? Because then you build up this amount of people, and it got to me. And so I went on a retreat for 3 days, and it broke me completely.
In the best way, though.
In the best way.
Like needed to do that.
Yeah, like uncontrollable, body was shaking, didn't know what was going on. But because I know it's a good thing, I let it happen.
Yeah.
And so that incident went for 45 minutes, and I slept that night, woke up, and then I saw it differently. Yeah. And then I was able to be there, engage, but then not take it all with me. But it's something I had to learn. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll deep dive maybe into some of the questions I wanted to ask. So when I've been posting my videos, I expected, obviously, I'm sort of sharing my journey, and then I invited you onto the channel.
Yes.
And by doing that, it's unlocked maybe more growth for partners of people that have lost previous partners. Because I was in a very negative mindset of never wanting to be in love again. Like, I never wanted to find anyone.
Sure.
We've spoken a lot about this because I still do feel like that. And I don't want, that's quite harsh to say, or maybe...
No.
Maybe it's just honest. Okay, so when I first started posting or wanting to share my story through a YouTube channel, it was going to be about, growth, resilience, and the things that I'd personally been through. Now, by inviting you onto the channel, I think it's given so much potential for other people and partners that are in a relationship with somebody who's lost somebody, because I obviously reflect on that a huge amount, because the guilt that I feel within myself, I feel it with you as well now. And that, I don't want to speak out of turn, or I don't want to I don't know. Sometimes I do struggle with that. And I know that when we first met and we was talking about relationships and love, I was adamant that I never wanted to find anyone or be in love again, because this is a really negative mindset to have, and I still feel this way because inevitably we're going to lose people that we love in our life that we don't choose to love, which sounds ridiculous. So parents, grandparents, like they're all people that we love, and we're going to experience so much pain that we didn't choose that love.
Yeah.
And this is crazy, but when everything first happened, I even spoke about the dog. Do you remember me telling you that? And I was like, why the hell have we got a dog? You've got a dog, and you know that you're gonna lose it in your lifetime. Like you want to have that pain. Like, why would you choose that?
Yeah.
Why would you choose a relationship to not necessarily lose it in the way that I did, but even lose it in heartbreak or like...
Yeah. Inevitably, you're going to be hurt, potentially be hurt by something.
Yeah.
So why would you even start?
So why would you start?
And that's where you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of my opinion with that, like how does that sit with you? Because I know obviously I've come a long way and I don't feel as strongly about...
No, but you still have fear.
Yeah.
It's not about a feeling that you feel strongly you shouldn't love because... When we talk, I feel that you still have a fear of.
Yeah, but who thinks like that?
Someone who's gone through a crazy amount of grief. Give yourself a little bit of rope. Give yourself a little bit of leeway.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're even talking about it is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be people that have already messaged you, people that have lost someone, or like we had one person write who her partner has lost someone. So it's more common than we think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, people don't voice it. People don't talk about it.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like you're coming from a different perspective now, where you're coming from a point of, I didn't expect to move to Australia, fall in love at the capacity I did, have all this life, have everything that we have, and still there's this darkness in your mind where like, you know what, this could be all taken away from me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not a nice place to live there.
No, I understand, but it's a place you have to get through to get where you want to live.
Yeah.
So you have to get through this portion in your life for the green field on the other end. We all got to walk through a little bit of mud though, and this is just yours.
How do you think about love though? Like, do you think like that?
Am I afraid of losing you in an instance? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's just because of the capacity that I love. But it doesn't stop me loving and protecting and being the person for you. That's not at all. But yeah, I feel I have silly thoughts. Oh man, I even think about my mum when it comes to losing. And I told you like a couple of weeks ago, I spent all morning thinking about my mother, what I would do, what it would look like, what my brother and my sister and other conversations we would have.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's family members. Like we're all gonna have to go through that.
Yeah,
so like then to choose to love somebody that potentially you're gonna lose.
Okay, let me explain it to you like this.
Yeah.
And we'll get and we're gonna have an episode where we talk about how we met and all that sort of stuff, right? No, but this is the best way for me to describe it to you. I fell in love with you first, and you were uncertain. You were certain that you didn't want it, but I call it uncertainty. Okay? All right, cool. Now, I was able to love you at the capacity that I could for that short period of time. And if I didn't get you, devastation, I was happy that I had that moment to love you.
Yeah.
That was enough for me. Like, I won. I got to love you and be that man for you and be that person for you for that short period of time.
Yeah.
And when you left, if I didn't get you in the end, I win.
Okay.
Right? So for me, the good definitely outweighs the bad.
Okay. All right. It's still it's very raw for me, and I going in waves with that, with that emotion, but it's always still there. It's always a niggle.
It's just over a year.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've come like now when I sit and talk about it, like I've come a huge way from being like absolutely not, like get rid of the dog, like that's leaps and bounds ahead of where I was. So yeah.
Good question.
Did you answer actually? You did, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I think we elaborated.
Yeah, okay, we did elaborate. We like to do that. So going back to the anniversary, I'd like to touch on, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I recently posted a video capturing everything that Alex had prepared and organised for the day. In preparation for that, did you always know that that was something that you wanted to do? Talk me through that.
Okay. I always knew it was something that you needed.
Yeah.
Your need for it measured, outperformed, out whatever what I needed. So, and I don't want to talk about how men love versus how women love and how men are all differently and stuff. But for me as a man, look, I need to be the best version of myself,
Yeah.
and I work on that every single day, so I can put you first in the things that you need to grow. That was a huge thing.
Sorry,
That's
go on,
okay.
continue.
So that was a huge thing that you needed to complete. Now remember, I met you in the manner that I did, so I knew, right? Now, I feel like I'm that sort of man anyway that would understand that. But in the planning of it, you laughed on the video how I had, like for the sunrise, right? I had wet weather option, I had, but what you don't know, or you do, but what a lot of people don't know, is I had backups for how you were emotionally.
Yeah.
Okay? So 2 nights before, you made the video, which is on your Instagram, called 1 Year On.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in the background watching you deliver that message. Now, you're crying angst and rawness in your voice, like it broke my heart. And because as a person who's in love with you, who you love, I need to let that pain sit, process, potentially subside to even worry about me, right? Now, I didn't know if the morning was going to break you and you coming to a realization that you're still in love and that was the ultimate life and all these things. And then you look at me and go, oh, this is a mistake.
Yeah.
So I had a plan for that. Do you know how crazy it is to think I'm going to put myself back and lose because you're still not okay? If it is part of the process, which I thought it would be, and I'm going to allow that part, and then the middle of the day is about you, and then the last day is about us. So I had like 2 options but it turned out to be a third. You turned it around, and then you made the evening about us in a manner that I didn't even foresee.
Yeah.
So for us, that was the greatest day in growth and proving of our love for each other. So again, you can only get to the really good bits by going through the really difficult bits, which you're stuck with now within losing someone, and I had to do it within supporting someone who lost someone. And so you have to be selfless, aware, and honest about yourself. So I can have those feelings. I couldn't bring them up that day, and I brought them up like a few days later or whatever, but you have to sit with it. And it's okay to be uncomfortable because you love this person more than you love yourself. I love you more than I've loved anyone. And to see you not okay, sure, it broke my heart. But I knew that you needed the day, and I knew that you didn't need the whole day. Because for me, I truly think when you love yourself at the capacity that you love me and you love your family, you will get to the place where you've never been before.
Yeah.
You won't doubt losing me. You won't doubt yourself. You won't have those dark days. I feel it in my bones.
I really try and put, obviously, my own character in your position, or a position of loving somebody that's lost somebody. And I don't know whether I'm just very, like, jealous. I don't know how I would respond to that. Like, the way that you, not just that day, but our relationship, it's always been so respectful of that space. And I'm sure that's come with a lot of challenges, and I'm sure that's what a lot of people going through other things can probably resonate with.
Yeah, so jealousy is, first of all, jealousy is a waste of your energy. If you're jealous,
Yeah, but you can't help.
I understand, but
thinking
you can't help thinking about it. But when it rises, you sit with it, like I do with every negative emotion. I go for a walk, I go to the gym, I do something, I sit with it, and I'm like, dude, why do you feel that way? What are you going to gain from feeling this? So I worked on it. So I sat with it. When you've lost someone, you can't go back to him. They can't go back to that partner. Now, the love that you feel for them, the stirring, the unknown that a person who loves someone who's lost someone would have to ask, they don't even want the answer. Hey, do you still love that person? I don't want to know. I want to know, but I don't want to know really.
Yeah.
So when I did all that self-work, I sat with it, and I wasn't jealous of him, the man. It was more uncertainty about your feelings that you had to go through. So again, I just have to sit on the sideline and let you go through it. And then when you were ready to tell me, that afternoon, it squashed everything
Yeah.
that I could have possibly thought was going to come up.
Yeah. I find it sometimes challenging personally because I sit with the guilt of Dan, and then I sit with the guilt of how I approach things with you, or like how I go through things with you. And
You feel guilty for me?
yeah, of course.
Baby, you don't have to feel guilty for me.
I know, but you say that you don't have to feel jealous, you don't have to feel guilty, but you can't help feeling like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
sorry.
think it's a normal thing. So then I'm very conflicted because you can't really sit in the middle of that. One of the mind shifts that I've kind of tried to think about more recently is not moving on but moving forwards together. And that's helped me. But then I think in the back of my mind, is that really disrespectful to you? I don't know.
Is it disrespectful to me to move through with us versus moving on?
Moving on, yeah.
Disrespectful is a strong word, but I think for you, you need to move on.
I know, but
not necessarily just through.
But about you, like, you're heavily involved. You know, we're in a relationship. Like, how does that make you feel?
You not wanting to move on, or you think?
No, but just not saying a statement of I've moved on, I'm moving forwards.
Depends how someone would take it or how I take it, because I think it's very similar.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, it just makes me, maybe it makes me feel better by thinking like that.
Right, because
Yeah.
it helps your guilt,
Yeah.
which you don't need to feel.
Yes, okay.
So then that's not about me.
Yeah.
Again, that's about you and
Yeah.
how you need to go through it. So I would take a step to the side and help you go through it. And
Yeah.
if we need to go through it, I'll hold your hand and we go through it. If you one day feel like I need to move on, I'll hold your hand, we talk about it, and then today that we move on.
Okay. Okay, so I didn't know whether to, I do want to ask you this. Is there anything that,
You know already.
yeah, I need to pause. Okay. Okay, so I don't know whether to share this or not because it's something that we communicated about quite in depth. And it's just anything that I've done that has upset you in terms of me dealing with grief.
Upset me?
Yeah.
So there are some things that catch me off guard. The tone of your voice when making messages, that really resonated and that really hurt me.
Which one, sorry?
When you did the video for Instagram,
Yeah.
that really caught me off guard. I didn't know I would feel that way.
Can I just pause you there? Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt, but I didn't have, and I feel very selfish and I feel very guilty for thinking this way. When I was making that video, this makes me sound like an absolute prick.
Go on, get it out then.
I didn't consider your feelings
Of
at
course.
all.
Of
And I
course.
think it's because
But-
was so long standing that I was all the way through my travelling and capturing their moments within the CrossFit gyms. All of it was going to be this post made for the anniversary.
Yeah.
So then I could share it. And I got emotional on the video because I thought that he might see it. Not one time when I was saying them words out loud did I, you were stood within the room with me so I could get through that video because I was so irate and so emotional
Yeah,
that
but
I
you
don't...
so you needed support there, not a partner, right? You
but
didn't
you-
need your boyfriend to criticize you. How dare you think about that? No, you didn't need that.
No, but I should have done that myself.
You couldn't.
I should have...
You thought for a year, like I already knew that you were planning, you did the trips, you did the videos. I knew that about you. So I know that's going to culminate to this end product. So as your partner, if I truly do understand and I truly do love you in the manner that I say that I do, I should be able to step back and look, I think I'm better than I am, right? So when we approached it, I thought, I'm going to be cool, there's no problem, baby, you got this, hold the camera, here are the words, you're going to get through it.
Say that, I spoke it all, obviously. Naturally.
And yeah, fuck it, like it got me. So I did, but was I angry at you? No, because that wasn't a reflection. You didn't do it within malice. You didn't say those words to hurt me. You said those words to honor someone.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel great.
Yeah.
And then silly things like memories coming up on your phone and photographs. Yeah, some of those things I still look at it and I think, and this is tough, like, because you said it before, there's no date and there's no timing when it comes to grief. So there's no date on these sort of things stopping. But at some point, when you're ready, you'll be like, I don't need these anymore. But no, nothing else.
Okay. I will share something actually, because it was a rough topic for us. So it was, obviously we'd done the anniversary day, and then we was, do you remember? We was walking to, of course
To
you
get
remember.
coffee?
I was walking to get coffee, and it was the day after. And in order to respect the day, and in order to consider your feelings, I didn't put Dan's photo on my wallpaper. Like, you know, this day was so built up in my mind, and I pictured it for, you know, for months and months and months prior. So I was, you know, going to have the photograph on my phone, you know, I was going to honour and kind of speak about him all day. And because I didn't do that in order to respect you.
Well, because also I took over the day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I gave you the day, I did the day, and then either at work, on the way home from work, you thought, oh, I haven't had his photo up all day. So you put the photo up on your phone. I walked to the station to pick you up from the bus stop like I do every day. And as we're walking, you look at your phone and there's Dan.
Yeah.
And yes, I thought to myself, which is awful, but it's also real, did I not do enough yesterday that still you need a photo of him on your phone when you, or like, yeah, and it got me. But I'm human.
I think you said that to me before.
Yeah, well, you knew I was upset because we walked silently across the street. But I'm not going to yell and carry on. I'm also not a child.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, because I thought, you know what, we did some stuff, and to plan it at the capacity that I did, with all the alternates and all the writing for him, letters for you, planning all the locations, I worked on it for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Of course you did. I know.
And then so when I thought it was done, as a partner, I'm like, okay, cool. That's done. We've got that behind us. We can move forward. Then I pick you up the next day. I look at your phone. I'm like, really? And I'm like, so, and at that moment, I'm like, of course, really, because it just doesn't stop like that. But as a partner, yeah, you can't help but feel like, again.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time, I didn't feel like that at all. I never felt in those 8 weeks like, you're doing this for another man, you're doing this for her, you're not considering yourself, because it's all bound in my future.
Yeah.
So for me, that was easy, though it was hard listening, and you know, there's some components that were difficult. All in all, it was a pleasure to be able to do that for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next day I was like, I thought that was yesterday.
How bizarre though that we both had the same deflating feeling, like you seeing it and being like, oh, did I not do enough, and me seeing it and realising that you'd seen it and then being like,
you were more hurt than I was.
And then I was like, oh no, did I not say enough yesterday that would mean more than what I said yesterday to you? Do you know?
Yeah, because you were like, but you explained it to me then and there too. You also said, hey, listen, you know, my intention was to have this particular picture up for the day to talk about it, and I didn't do it, and I felt bad. And I'm like, okay.
I know. And that's a me problem that I'm probably, it's the guilt again.
But that's an us problem.
Yeah.
That's a thing that we have.
It's a thing that I have that now you're a part of.
That I chose to be a part of.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yes, your voice in the room made me feel something. Seeing the picture the next day made me feel something. So there's one thing that I think is quite universal when it comes to grief, is writing messages to someone who's passed. And when I met Beck, she was messaging 10 to 15 times a day because she was at the beginning stages of grief. She was in denial, which is completely understandable. And then when she got to acceptance, they didn't stop, but they slowed down dramatically.
Yeah.
And then we spent Christmas, we spent New Year's together. You wrote messages. I gave you time to do that because I know that's something you needed to do.
But also we wasn't...
And we weren't together.
Yeah.
No, we were friends and we were hanging out, but I saw that happen. And so everyone's like, oh, where did Beck go? I'm like, no, she's good, right? Versus getting someone to run after you, because I know that you had to do that. And then when it came to when we were together and we were watching a band and there was a song that he loved for you, so I stepped back from you so you could have that moment. And then there was a song about us, so I got together because that song was about us, right? And you wrote a message that day. And I thought that was the last time you messaged him. Obviously, I assumed on the 21st you would message him again. And I think that's still a normal thing. Hey, I'm good. Hey, I'm loved. Hey, I'm thinking about you today. The words, are they important? Yeah, I think if you're overly affectionate and missing them, I think I might have felt something too much. But, and we're very open. We have each other's phones. We don't hide anything. And it was normal. And then when you were editing on my phone and I was on your phone, and then I noticed that you had messaged 3 more times since then, and what you were saying upset me because you were asking him for permission. And I'm like, yeah, but why are you asking him for permission? And I'm like, but baby, I love you. You're with me. So at some point, I understand the pictures, I understand the tributes, but at some point, when's that gonna stop? So that, because I didn't know it was happening, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, and it's almost like, how do you respond to that? Because it's almost like, if that was a normal relationship, that was cheating, right?
Oh, like texting an ex?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not, but I understand that it's not texting an ex. You're like, I did this today, I'm doing this today, I'm good. Like, you're asking for reassurance. And so I didn't understand why you needed to do that.
That is, again, going back to my guilt. Like, it's me answering my own text message. Yeah, and just asking for permission. I don't know why. And I don't know,
but that's something that, and that's what I said to you. I said, don't delete it. And if you need to do it again, I'd like to know that you need to do it again, because I want to know that you're still in that headspace. I don't need to know what it says, right? Because for me, it's not about that. It's about you not being in a place that you're comfortable. You're still in abundance of guilt. Yeah. And I don't want that for you, because you don't need to feel that way. Now, you can't help it, I understand, but then what can we do, or what can I allow you to do so that you no longer feel that?
Yeah. I wish I had an answer.
You don't have to have an answer, but when you do it, I don't want you to do it, put your phone down and then walk away. You need to do it, great, go for a walk and do it. And then once it's done, sit and ask yourself, why was that necessary? What is the reply that I'm asking for?
And
why is that important?
Yeah, I remember the last time that I did it, and you were quite silent, and then obviously I know instantly that something's wrong, and I'm like, what's happened? Like, you know, what's going on? And yeah, you just was like, you know, you're still texting him, and I've seen the last text that you sent to him. And the last one that I have done, and obviously you're aware of it, was sending him a picture of us and saying thank you. Now, I don't know whether that's weird. Like, I don't know whether that's like not an okay thing to do. But I honestly, when you then approached me with being upset, I was like, I'm almost trying to consider his feelings whilst also like saying, you know, thank you, look at the love that I've got now. And like, I thought that would be a positive thing for you. So when it quickly turned to being like, why are you doing that? Like, you don't need to say thank you. You don't need to ask for permission. Like, well, I was like...
Because, and a lot of people feel this way, right? That Dan sends things to you, or someone wrote like, oh, Dan sent you Alex.
I get that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, no, he didn't. No, he did not. First of all, any man, if he's passed over a long period of time and wants you to be better, I get that. But our love is also a product of my life. My struggles, my losses, all the shit that I've been through, I now get to be happy. When you make a statement like that, you're saying that I don't deserve anything, I'm put on this earth for you. No, we're here for each other. We love each other because of what we've been through. No one placed you in my life. It's not like I've got some magic angels like, here you go, dude, you deserve this. And vice versa, it's not real. So when you said thank you to him, I was like, you don't need to thank him, you need to thank us. You thank me, because I love you at the capacity that I do the things for you, I do it. No one told me to do it. His life didn't make me who I am. All my struggles, I made my mother, my brother, my sister, all the things that I've gone through in my life have made me who I am. All the things that you've gone through your life have made you who you are, and we are together now. Yeah. I thank you, you thank me, I thank us. Yeah, because I feel like you still give that energy. Missing someone and feeling guilty, I understand, but to thank him for that, I didn't understand it.
Yeah. And maybe it's something that when I was writing down, it's again not just trying to respect our relationship and not texting behind your back or like I'm cheating or like, you know, like it's...
It must be tough.
Yeah. So to say thank you instead of saying I miss you or I love you or anything that would, you know, warrant a negative trait on somebody that's in a relationship now. Like when you saw that, it wouldn't have, from an automatic response would be like, oh, like I actually thought it was quite a good thing. And I was like being like, I've shared a picture of us. That was a huge thing. Like if you look, you saw the messages, and I'd not done that. And I was like, I now feel ready. And it was also after the anniversary, because I was like, again, I don't know. I put so much pressure on myself to do things the right way. I don't know. Like I said in the last video that I did, like I'm not spiritual, so I don't know why I feel like I've got to, like somebody's watching every move that I make and every thought that I'm thinking. That's not happening. But so just reflecting on the people that I'm messaging and saying that Dan sent you to me, or messages like that, because I do get them quite frequently, and they're obviously coming from the best possible place.
Of course.
They're there to support me, and they're also people that I've watched my journey like from the very start that are now like, oh my God, Bex, you've got there and we're so happy for you. And yeah, they're just obviously trying to make me feel better. And again,
it comes
without you saying something first, I initially thought that you would like that maybe. And now I'm like, absolutely, why would you like that? I get it now. So I hope that people can, you know, if they are going through loving somebody that's lost somebody and have them messages, that they can, you know, they're not silly or...
Oh, then people aren't doing it out of malice or to put me down or anything. No, they've seen your journey and are happy that you are where you are. But my life isn't as public, and the people that are in my life are like, dude, you finally made it. You've got everything you've wanted for you.
Yeah.
So we've met here. There's not some external force. Okay.
Yeah.
Good question. How many more questions do you have?
Right, you have a sip. Okay. I'm still sweating.
Okay. So, that was a very good question.
Thank you. You answered it very well. So when I was sort of picturing starting or forming a new relationship, I had in the back of my mind that potentially I wouldn't tell that person.
Right.
Yeah, because that's just it's a defining story, right? And I don't know how I would take that if a potential partner told me that. Like I say, I don't know whether I'd be in a jealous, selfish mindset and be like, oh no, I can't go there. Like, that's a lot to take on. How different would it be if you didn't know my story to start with?
I don't know, because I think, so that's a different type of relationship. So you have a relationship that's bang, oh my God, you know everything about me, I know everything about you, the stars are aligned, cloud, like it's all happening, versus a slow, progressive, a few dates, they get a little bit more information and then it grows up, and then depending on that person, if they can take that information on or not.
Yeah.
So based on who I am, I don't think it would have made a difference.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question.
No.
Just one. When you met people that you thought you liked and that liked you, did you tell them the information? No. Right. And did any of those go anywhere?
No, but I'd like to say I didn't want anything.
No, but when someone knows everything about you, every nook, every cranny, every dark secret, and then they look at you in the same way and love you in the same manner, how hard did you fall in love then? So I feel like you have to tell the person to get to a place where you want to be.
Yeah, of course. Like, because I'm an honest person, and an honest person to friends, families, relationships. Like, I can't lie. I would love to be able to say some white lines, but I'm terrible. So, you know, it's not like, say, it's not a story that defines me, and it's also not something that I want to capture within a new relationship that forms their opinion or they approach things differently, or I'm also people of rejection and being like, oh no, that's far too much, like I couldn't, and I'd understand that as well.
Well, to answer the question bluntly, it wouldn't have changed anything for me.
But obviously we are going to share how we met. like I said, that's going to be an episode on its own.
I think
because
2 episodes, my version and her version.
your version and the truth is what
Sure.
you're probably trying to get at.
A dramatic version and a scientific clinical version.
That's exactly right. So when we do, you know, I do want to share that, but obviously when we did meet, when we met on the retreat, I've told you things during that process that I wouldn't have told a potential partner. So I was almost,
Too open.
yeah,
Sure.
to start with. Obviously, all of them things, I mean, we communicate so openly that we would have shared all of this anyway.
Yeah, but I'm secure as a person. I'm secure as myself as a man that it doesn't matter what your past is, and
Yeah.
because it's sort of irrelevant. Because in the manner that I'm going to love you and the life that I'm going to build with you, you haven't had that.
Yeah.
So it didn't bother me. And that could be deluded and grandiose ideals about myself, whatever you want to say, but I truly believe it. So yeah, that didn't happen to me.
This is one that I'm just thinking off the cuff. Like, how did your family respond to? I don't even know if your brother and
Yeah, they know.
they know.
Yeah.
Like, how did you have any opinion? Like, did you? So this is completely off the cuff. But have you had, not necessarily from family, but have you had opinions from people about forming a relationship with me that would have put you off or made you maybe a bit more?
First of all, no one else's decision is going to put me off.
sensitive?
But also, in telling my close people, no one has said, oh, you definitely don't want to get involved there, or you don't want to do that. I've had people tell me, be careful,
Yeah.
because coaching or helping or training or whatever terminology you want to use in regards to helping you go through your grief, they're like, it's not a good relationship to have.
Yeah.
And I made a video about this. If that's your opinion, that's okay, but I have to look at the relationship that you have. And if you don't have a relationship with a loving partner, then I can't take your opinion,
Yeah.
because I do.
Yeah.
And then I'm willing to do that. And we communicate, I don't teach. So we talk about things and we work out what's best for us.
Yeah.
And that's why it works.
Okay.
But yeah, no one's turned around and said, oh, that happened to her, that's crazy, dude, you shouldn't go there. No, that's never happened.
Okay. I'm surprised, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think people would say that. Would people say that? Would people say that? I don't think people would.
Maybe close family might do.
I think, you know what? I think people who are negative in their life
Yeah.
and can't see a happy day, like, you know, it's sunny, it's brilliant, but they miss a car spot and then the whole day they miss about a car spot, that person is going to go, you shouldn't go there.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
unhappy people.
Yeah.
No, the people that are, all the people in my inner circle are pretty happy people.
Yeah. God.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
I liked it.
Well done. So I think that obviously by doing more episodes, I'm not going to say a bloody story of my life, because by doing this naturally, obviously it's going to form
Things will come out.
that I've been through and things that you've been through. Like, we've all, you know, had struggles and challenges within its life. But I think I have been through a lot, and I almost feel like a burden.
To me?
Sometimes.
Or to yourself?
To anyone. No, I do. Like,
Okay.
my family worry about me with the things that I've been through with my eating, and now that is very prevalent at the moment. And that causes a lot of tension, and
It causes a little tension. It's a short period of time. It's heightened, but it's
okay.
5% of our time.
Yeah. But that's heightened because we don't, like, say it's 5%, so that small percentage in the grant of 95% actually becomes warranted.
Yes, but go on, continue then.
Yeah. So again, guilt is such a strong emotion that I feel, and it projects with the behaviours that I do with my eating, and obviously that stops and prevents you from probably doing social things that I am going off on a bit of a spiel here, but it's a question that I do actually want to ask you.
Okay.
So my social interaction with food and how that can potentially prevent, I don't know, us doing normal things within our lives, like how does that impact you?
This is another part of you that's now part of my life. And it is something that we have to go through.
Yeah.
Now, you've said to me that you can't see an end to it. Sometimes you tell me you don't even want to start. Sometimes you say to me, it's not a little bit, it's got to go all the way. So your varied messaging, because you have varied feelings depending on weekend, weekday, what you've eaten, what you haven't, right? And I understand all those things. Now, I have a plan that I put together that we haven't implemented, that we will implement, and where it takes us.
The beginning. That was subconscious.
Yeah, so where it takes us is never going to be the end, but it'll be a new start to something, right? We have to get to a point, where it doesn't impact me in the manner that it does. You don't feel guilt and a burden. How can you be a burden to me when I'm a better human because you're in my world? Do you understand? Like, I get up, I do the things that I do at the capacity that I do them because I wake up next to you. So if you think that's a burden, that's crazy to me. Are there little things? Absolutely. We're in a normal relationship. Everyone has them.
I know, but I think it's a quite huge compromise.
No, it's not. It's just something that's been in your life for a very, very long time that you can't see getting better. Just because you can't see the end doesn't mean the end isn't there.
Yeah.
Baby, I believe that the end is there. I believed that I was going to love you for a short period of time and we're going to end up together. You didn't think so. It happened. Imagine that if that was food.
Yeah.
You were so adamant, never going to feel better, never going to, and then you have this life that you're like, this is crazy. I can't believe that I'm here. Imagine that sequence, but with food. That's a reality. That can happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it's a burden.
But I don't want the energy that it comes with going through it.
You still waste energy not doing it.
Yeah, but it's easier energy.
Sure, great, but nothing great came from easy. Nothing worth having came late, fill in your hand.
Sword. It really
Sure,
is.
so might as well cut yourself with the other side. I got bumper stickers all day for this stuff. So, does it impact me? Absolutely. Does it stop me loving you or think that we're going to have a different life? No, not at all.
Okay.
No, it'll be all done by February.
If you say so.
We'll start, we'll try, we'll document, we'll talk about it. You're going to do this process for the person you were. Grief was one component of that, and you left the country because you didn't want to put yourself back in the place that you were, inadvertently. You found yourself there anyway.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now you're loved and secured and all these other things which you didn't have before. So we start from a new step.
Yeah. So just probably maybe one more question.
Okay, last one.
Or maybe just support, to be quite honest.
Support.
Support for other people. Because I've had previous messages obviously just directed towards myself before I started sharing our relationship and the recent videos that I have posted. And a lot of it is asking sort of general questions like, how did you find the retreat? Like, how visa questions, practical questions.
Yeah.
And then a lot of compliments, which is, amazing. But I really want to get the perspective of how you could support somebody else through
Loving someone who's lost someone.
Yeah.
So if your partner has lost someone, you have to understand that whatever love that they still carry for them isn't in competition with the love that they have for you. They are separate. And I explained this to Beck in a manner of, like, when you're a kid and you eat your dinner and you're full, and then your mum comes in and says, hey, do you have room for dessert? Because your dessert section is separate, right? You can always fit some cake in. And so you need to understand that the old love, the old flame, the old person that they have feelings for, that person is eternally locked in that world. They'll never age, they'll never say anything wrong, they get better, you only remember the good times, so you never have to compete with that. It's not a competition. And that will either stay there for a long period of time, it'll start to fizzle it out. Regardless, that's not going to impact the love that they have for you, and they're two separate entities and they can coexist. So if you know that, when you're supporting your partner in that, just feel strength and solace in the fact that they love you here and you're supporting them to do whatever they need to over there. And then once that's done, they'll come back to here and keep filling your cup.
Was that an automatic feeling?
It's a learnt behavior.
Yeah.
Putting someone else's needs before yours, even to your detriment, A lot of people are going to say that's unhealthy. It probably is a little bit when it's not reciprocated. But if the person that you're doing it for is filling your cup with love, well, then it's not negative,
Yeah.
right? So you have to allow that to happen. And also, you can't be walked all over. If you're feeling something negative, like the photo that morning and like conversations that we've had about that sort of stuff, I will say, hey, this makes me feel uncomfortable. You don't have to do something today about it, but just know that I'm not okay with this bit. And then they will sit with that. They know that you're being true and honest. I'm not yelling, it's not crazy. It's just, hey, when I see that, I don't feel okay. And then they have that information. And then when you feel okay, because there's always going to be a crossroad where you go through or you move on.
Yeah.
So whatever the terminology that they use, they will inevitably go through it. And so as long as they know the things that are upsetting you and not making you feel uncomfortable, when they get through that, and when you get through that, you'll turn to me and say, hey, guess what? This.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on.
Yeah. Because we've had our own challenges with that, like I say, haven't we? So I'm sure other people would,
Oh, no question.
yeah, be going through the same.
Yeah. Hopefully it helps someone. I don't know. Yeah. We answered that?
I think so.
Okay.
Should we wrap it up?
That was a tough round. Yes, let's wrap it up.
I
Thank
think
you.
I was more, like I say, I was more nervous and I did get a bit wobbly in between. Yeah, but there are no real surprises because we do talk openly. But I just like to share things like this with, people that are new to watch or have watched my journey for, quite some time now. And they can catch up and see what
I hope someone who is in my position gets something out of it.
Yeah.
And
that's
feel
what I
free to
wanted.
write. A lot of people write to Beck, put my name on it. I will absolutely reply. If someone's going through or in a position that I'm in, write to me.
You
I'll
just want
definitely
some
write back.
mates. You can't request
I'm
mates
trying
for
to get one friend.
YouTube.
How can I get one friend?
Okay. Right, we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Thanks
you.
for being here and we'll catch you. I might catch you on my next one on my own, maybe.
We can do that.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Was that okay?
That was unbelievable. There's a lot. That's a very long video. Did you press record?
Shot the front